up the stream, it's a cash flow show. Every day I'm live and I let you know there's a better way to get. Boot up the stream, it's a cash flow show. Every day I'm live and I let you know there's a better way to get that cash. Not chasing clicks that disappear so fast. You gave your time to the algorithm, but the rules keep changing. You can't win them. You need a lane that you own for real, so your knowledge turns into a deal. On the cash flow path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the cash flow path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 creators, it's never too late. YouTube views, they rise then fall. Ads and brands, they can ghost your call. But when you own the room where you teach, your best buyers are within your reach. No hype talk, just a simple plan. Step by step, yeah, we walk it hand in hand. Our public feeds where you're just a guest, to your own platform where you're truly blessed. On the cash flow path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the cash flow path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 experts, it's never too late. No more waiting on a viral break. No more hoping that the sponsors pay. You got knowledge they can't replace. Time to move into your own safe place. Technique simple, I clear the noise. Show you tools that fit real lives and joys. You bring the fire, I bring the frame. We build a home around your name. On the cash flow path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the cash flow path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 creators, it's never too late. It's the cash flow path, come and take your turn. On your income from the way you learn. Day by day on the live stream screen, we cash in on the value you've always been. Boot up the stream, it's a cash flow show. Every day I'm live and I let you know there's a better way to get that cash. Not chasing clicks that disappear so fast. You gave your time to the algorithm, but the rules keep changing. You can't win them. You need a lane that you own for real, so your knowledge turns into a deal. On the cash flow path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the cash flow path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into
Hello, welcome back to the Cash Flow Path. I've been gone the last couple of days because I've been doing some traveling. I actually left town, my hometown, to go to a concert in Philadelphia. I just saw the Foo Fighters last night, and it was amazing. So if you are a Foo Fighters fan, give me a shout out in the comments. Now, to um, if you want to ask a question about anything that we are talking about, let me go ahead and give you the way to do that. Hang on one second here. Where is. Okay. So that is how you ask a question. You put a Q, colon, and then ask your question. And that way it will keep it. It's going to keep it, organized for me, so I can figure out exactly what your question is. Wherever you're tuning in from, be sure and let me know in the comments. And look, guys, I do have a couple of things to go over. This is not going to be a really long live. I'm actually broadcasting from my hotel room. Let me show you. And by the way, this is the power of this thing that I call Ecamm. Well, I don't call it Ecamm, but it is the power of Ecamm. So you can see behind me that actually, you can't yet. Hang on a second. You can see behind me. Oh, look at that. I'm in a hotel room. But you can't tell because I got a nice, really cool Ecamm background. So this is a virtual background that you can do on this platform called Ecamm. If you are interested in more information, you can comment in this video and I will get you. You can get what is it, a 14-day free subscription with that thing. So it's pretty darn cool. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about how to monetize with a really small audience. And I will give you a perfect example. A friend of mine has had videos that have gotten 100 and something thousand views. And by the way, if you are new to my lives, this is who my lives are for. It is for people that are consistently posting, but your income is flat. You know your content is solid, but the growth and reach aren't there. And you know your field, but you don't know what to sell or how to structure it. And so you are just playing this content game on YouTube. And by the way, if you didn't know, YouTube has actually increased the difficulty for you to get paid in the future. Beginning in February, massive new upgrades. Used to be 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. Now it's 8,000 watch hours. The only way you can avoid that is by having 10 million shorts views in a 90-day period. Let's be real. Nobody's getting 10 million shorts views in a 90-day period. It's just not happening. There's too much content. There's too much competition. There's too much distraction. Nobody's getting that. So basically, YouTube is spitting in the face of all small creators saying, hey, we're going to make it harder to do what you want us to do. So it doesn't make any sense to me. But what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about ways to maximize small audiences. Let me just pull up content. What's up, Jameson? How are you? So yeah, it's insane what they're doing. And my lighting's not great here because again, I'm in a hotel. So, but we're gonna trudge forward here. All right. So there is a way to maximize small audiences. And these are the 6 moves that will help you turn viewers into recurring income, no matter how small your channel is. Now, I'm going to give you an example of this. There is, like I said, there was a guy, and I was getting ready to tell this story, but there's a guy who has a YouTube channel, and I don't have his permission, so I'm not going to say his name, but he has a YouTube channel and he's had videos that got 100 and something thousand views or 25,000 views. But most of his channel gets around 500, maybe less views. But he had a video with 340 views create over $100 in recurring income for him, because he's playing the right game. You don't want to play the vanity metrics game. You want to play the bigger game, which is recurring revenue. Alex Hormozy, in case you're not familiar with who Alex is, I will, hang on a second. Let me go back here. There we go. Alex Hormozy, in case you're not aware who he is, this is who he is, and this is what he looks like. He runs a portfolio of companies called acquisition.com, and he's become very well known on YouTube and all social media platforms for the content that he creates. Now, he creates it from a very unique perspective. Alex does it by doing something and then telling people what he did. He doesn't pretend to know a bunch of things. And by the way, the guy runs a portfolio of companies that do well over $300 million, school.com being the largest one. But he doesn't make any money from selling courses, which is what I like about the guy, because he's actually built real businesses. He was responsible for taking 5 different businesses in 5 different industries to $10 million a year or more, because the guy knows what he's talking about. So he is one of the people that tells you it doesn't matter how small your audience is. He gave an example on his live the other day of a guy that only has 6,000 followers on YouTube or Instagram, one of the two, and he's doing $1 million a year. So it's got nothing to do with the size of your audience. Okay? So number 1, you got to build the room. This is not about subs and it's not about views. You have to have some place that you can send people, regardless of how big your audience is or how many videos that you have made. This is one of those things where it's weird because it's different than having a community. With a community, we always say, if you build it, they will come. But in this case, you're building it so you can show it to them. And all a community does is it takes people that have a common interest, right? They have something that they're interested in together, and it takes them from, I'm watching content on a place where everybody else can see stuff, to I am getting a deeper understanding of this and I am connecting closer to people that have an interest in this subject. Now, I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do videos, but I'm saying regardless of how many videos you have, or regardless of the size of your audience, build a place off of YouTube. And I want to, let's see, I want to go back here, but I want to be able to go back to my screen with you. All right, hang on a second. All right, so let's talk for a second. So it was almost 3 years ago, and I was I had a TikTok channel with about 44,000 followers. I was going live daily like this, but I was going from a different location, and I had a whiteboard, and I was teaching the same stuff that I'm teaching now. And one day I went to log on to my account on TikTok, and guess what? I couldn't get in. I tried my password, it didn't work. I tried my phone number, it didn't work. I tried to reset it with my email, said that wasn't the right email. And what I came to find out is that TikTok allowed somebody to steal my channel. Now, they probably got no value out of it because they stole my audience, and my audience was used to my content. But here's what they did. They stole my channel, they changed my name, they changed the password, they changed the email, they changed the phone number. And then they took down all my videos and they changed the name of my channel. Now, probably most of those people, oh, and then by the way, they blocked me so I couldn't see it. Right? So I went from having this big channel, which was producing lots of members for me because I had a school community at the time, to nothing overnight. Now, again, I'm not saying don't create content, but if I were you, and I know people are winning on TikTok and whatever, YouTube is by far the better play. If you look at a guy like Alex Hormozy, you know what he's not doing? He's not going live on TikTok. He's going live on YouTube, because YouTube is where people come to learn things and to solve problems. People go to TikTok, and the way they find you is scrolling. You don't just scroll and find people on YouTube. You're interested in a specific subject. And when you're interested in that subject, YouTube offers you content like that because you watch it, you consume it, and it assumes you want more of it. That's not how TikTok works. TikTok is entertainment and distraction. And it's run by children. I mean, the way they do things on TikTok is ridiculous. You can't say things like link in bio. By the way, you can check my link in bio if you want to check out our school group. There's a 7-day free trial. And after that, it's only $7 a month. So, it's less than a Happy Meal a month to learn how to do this. But TikTok, you can't say link in bio. You can't share screens. You can't do anything on TikTok. That's why I was like, F those guys, right? But you want to build the room. That's the key. You got to build the room. So that's number one. Number two, name it early. And what I say by that is when you do a video or you go live, in the very first couple of, probably right after you give them the hook, and the hook is the line that tells them why they should stay. You want to let them know you have a place for them. Because if you don't, and they don't stay for the end of the video, and you wait till the end, and look, I am very guilty of this, all right? I unfortunately do this frequently, where I don't name the fact that I have a place. And so when I don't name it, then if they don't stay beyond a minute and a half, they never know, because they're not going to, if they don't stay for the video, they're not going to look at your bio. So you want to make sure that you name it. And you don't have to spend a whole lot of time doing it. You just have to say, hey, if you want more information, that's how you do it. It's very simple. It doesn't have to be a long, elaborate sales pitch. You just say, hey, here's some free stuff, right? Here's some do-it-yourself stuff. If you want more help with that do-it-yourself stuff, go here. That's it. It's very, very low key. And that's what I like about school groups. But you want to name it early in your video. And here's the other thing. You want to name something specific inside of your community, not just join my community. I heard it explained like this from a guy who is the very first public investor in school. And he said, you want to invite people to your backyard. You don't want to invite people to your backyard. You want to invite people to your barbecue. Let me say that again. You want to invite people to your barbecue, not your backyard. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, right? I had this aha moment. And when I had that aha moment, it was because people don't want to join a community, but they want what's inside of the community. So you got to invite them to something that they want. It's just like people don't want to buy courses. They want to get the result from the course, right? So they might buy the course. Or people don't want to go to the gym, but they want to lose weight or they want to get in better shape, so they go. They're not doing it because they want that thing. They want the result that thing promises. And that's all we are talking about here when it comes to content and starting your own school group. I am fond of sharing this because it is the key. And by the way, if you're on vertical, unfortunately, you're not seeing this. But problem solving equals value and value equals money. You take somebody from their current state, get them to their desired state through a series of about 6 steps. That's all it takes. It just takes 6 steps. But the way that you do that is you do it with your existing knowledge. This is where people get it screwed up. They try to sell make money online courses and they don't know a damn thing about making money online. So it comes off as really inauthentic and disingenuous. That's a big fancy word for it comes off as fake. Okay? And I had somebody on here on my live the other day and he was like, you remind me of my friend who talks about money but doesn't make any. or you remind me of my friend who does this and doesn't do that. Well, number one, that nobody's ever made any statues to critics. So you can just ignore comments like that when you get things like that. But here's the thing. The whole point of building a place is to show people you know what you're talking about and you have a place for them to go if they want to find out more. For example, you show it, you don't tell it. Right? You show it, you don't tell it. And I'm trying to get back to where I was so I can show it to you. Oh, well, okay. So what I do with people is I show them my place, right? Rather than telling people about it, don't. If you demo what it does and what it is, they're much more likely to want to take a look. So, for example, here's my community, right? Where people can ask questions, where people can post wins. They can put fun stuff in there if they want. They can get audits on different things that help them run a school community. Then we have a classroom, right? Where we show people how to start, how to set their goals, how to figure out who they want to create a school group for, what to create it in, choose your niche in creating your offer, all of that, right? Then how to actually physically build it, what to do, how to build a classroom module, how to build the only post that you need inside of your community. And then I have a library of tools, and I have ways to increase group activity and participation. And then I've also got other things. And then you can show them your calendar of events, right? I have events every Saturday currently. I'm thinking about changing the day, but for my premium members, I have Saturday events, and then my regular members, they get one time a month events. And then, we review things like the school news. And then, you can see how many members we have. We have 87 members now. All right. You can see the map of where all our people are. Most of them are US, but look at that. We've got some folks all over the world. Then we've got our leaderboard where we see what people have been doing, right? Who's the all-time leader, who is the leaderboard for the last 7 days. And then we have what's called our about page. And this is what I primarily help you get going. Because once you have this, then you can show everybody everything that you need. You need a handful of images that can be discovered. Then you need a description of what your group is like. Then you need what's called your about page copy. And the about page copy is very simple. It just follows a framework. It's telling people what you're going to do for them, right? What problem you're going to solve. And it's telling them who specifically that it's for. Like, I help creators on YouTube and experts build, who are 40 plus, build a small paid community around what they know, so you don't need views and subscribers. Right? You build your offer, you build your community, and you build your monthly income. And then you just invite people who already know and trust you. And the people who know and trust you, guess what? They're on your YouTube channel. But now, I could have described all that to you, but it's not nearly as effective as showing you. Because look, here's what a lot of people are really good at. And here I am again trying to figure this out. Why can't I get this back? I'm trying to get back to the main. Back up. There we go. So we're still on show and tell. All right. Hang on a second, guys. I'm trying to get back here. All right. So here's the deal with what I just showed you. It shows you that you're legit. Right? It's one of those things where you're not just talking. Because there's lots of people that can fake their way through a video. They can fake their knowledge. They can fake their expertise. They can fake their results. There's lots of people that can do that. But people can't fake school groups. Because one of the things I love about a school group is the fact that you know how many members are in it. right? You know how many people are there. You know what they're paying. You have a basic idea of what this person is making. So if they try to snow you and tell you they have all this experience, then you can call them out. And that's what I love about school. School is very transparent. Unlike a Facebook group or anything else, school is very transparent. So don't describe it, demo it. People want what you've already shown them. That's how they want to get more. Tell them there's a paid option. Now, look, free or low is your primary because you have to get them in. Now, what I use is I used to use a free community and it got pretty big, okay? But the problem with my free community was it attracted tire kickers. So I got sick of that. And I learned now, when I got started, because I've been in school for 3 years, long before it was sexy or cool or Alex Ramosi even owned half of the thing. But what I learned is that free attracts tire kickers. Now, back in the day, we didn't have the option of tiers and freemium and subscription groups. All we had was you can have a free group and then you can have a paid group. So we had 2 paid groups. We also didn't have what you guys now have with school, which is the hobby option. When I got started, the only thing we had, sorry, let's go back. Let's go back to community. The only thing we had hang on a second. All right, so the only thing we had was a $99 a month pro option. We did not have hobby when I got started. That's why school is so much better today than it was when I got started, because we didn't have all the options that people have now. Basically, this is a business that can turn into $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and for $9 a month, you can run this business. And it has community, classroom, cash collection, and calendar all in one place. You don't need Zoom. You don't need Google Meet. You don't need Loom, right? You don't need all these tools that everybody told you that you need. You need a $9 school group. And maybe if you want to be able to do cool stuff like this, maybe you need Ecamm, which is $15 a month. So it'll replace Loom for you if that's what you're using. And that's what everybody's using right now. But let them know there's a paid option, because the only thing that's free is my 7-day free trial. And I do that because I know people need to check it out before they know whether or not it's for them. So if you just have a paid option without a free trial, you're asking a lot of somebody who might visit your group. But if it's free for 7 days, it's like taking a test drive in a car or actually going in and touring an open house, right? You get to be inside. You get to figure out what it is. Now, free or low tier, although it's primary, its major function is do it yourself. There are 3 ways that you can share information with people, or skill and knowledge. Number 1 is you can, let's go back again. Number 1 is you can show them how to do it themselves. Now, there's a lot of people that believe that if you show somebody how to do it themselves, that they won't want to pay you. That's a major misconception. But more times than not, what you're helping people do is save headaches, time, and money. And if you're helping them do those things by telling them there's an option where you will help them do it, for a lot of people, time and headaches is more valuable than money, and they'll pay you a little bit of money to get the result. They don't want to go through your entire free YouTube channel, even though there's 1,200 videos like mine has. They don't want to go through that. They want to just, okay, how do I do this step by step? And there's really only a handful of steps to do what I share with people. But let them know there's a paid option because they're more likely to take that option and right off the bat than you suspect they would, because again, do it yourself is one level and it takes longer and you're more likely to get frustrated and you might quit before you get the result you're looking for. Or you can do with you, what I call DWY. And that is where you get accountability to make sure you're following the steps correctly. You get access to the person who's actually teaching. See, that's the thing also with YouTube. You can watch all my YouTube videos. You can even be on my lives, but you really can't ask a ton of questions and you can't have a conversation with me. I can go back and forth with you in the comments a couple of times, but you don't get access to me. You don't get live access to me. And I don't get to know you and find out what it is you're trying to accomplish, because you can't accomplish all that in the comments on a video. You just can't do it. So the paid option allows accountability, access, and yes, support. So that's why they would pay you. And here is, you got to remind them more. One mention isn't enough. You have to put the destination everywhere. And let me, oh, hang on a second. And look, guys, this is live, so this is the way that this goes. But you want to remind them more than you need to educate them. I heard it said like this, that the best way to get people to buy your stuff or join your paid communities is to remind them rather than educate them, because you want to say old stuff to new people all the time, because most of your views are going to come from brand new people. You don't want to waste your time saying the same things. I'm sorry, saying new things to old people, thinking that everybody watches all your stuff, because they don't. Let me see if we've got a. Is it just a comment or it's a quote? I do not speak your language. I'm sorry. Was it Pokesat? I'm sorry. I do not speak your language, so I cannot respond to your comment. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that there's a bunch of places where people can find where they need to go. The first one would be in your bio, and I'm talking what we call the above the fold part of your bio. Yes, you have your link, but you also put it in the description itself. And actually, I need to do a better job. I need to move it up here, but that's what I help. Right? Turn your content into predictable monthly income. And here's another thing you want to do. You want to make sure that it's clear. You don't want to use words like empower, envision, increase, blah, blah, unless you have numbers to back it up. You got to have a tangible result attached to what you're doing. And look, you don't have to be the largest channel in the world. You don't have to be the most, the slickest person in the world. I'm not. Right? You just have to be a real person. And Alex Hormozi is often fond of saying, do cool shit and then tell people about the cool shit that you did. Well, the cool shit that I've done is spend 3 years on school long before anybody else was there. Right? So I know about this platform. I remember the days when we had to have 2 communities and it cost us $199 to run a business. And I wasn't making any money in the beginning. I remember those days. But then I also remember the days when I just passed $10,000 in affiliate commissions by recommending school as well as other groups to people. So it's do cool shit. Don't talk about the things that you know. Talk about the things that you've actually done. Right? And you don't have to have a large community or a large subscriber base or lots of views to do that. You just have to do stuff and tell people about the stuff you did. That's how you get authenticity. But you want it in your banner. You want to tell people what you do. Not in flowery terms, but just legit, straight 5th to 7th grade language, what you do for people. And they have to understand it. Number 2, you want to make sure it's in your bio. Right? Number 3, you want to make sure it, and this is the place where I fall down sometimes. Number 3 is you want to make sure that it is a pinned comment. And see, I don't even have my pinned comment here. So I'm telling you to do something that, quite frankly, I haven't even done for this video. But that's what you're doing. You are constantly reminding people that you have a place that you can send them. All right. So you have to remind them more. One mention is not enough. Put the destination everywhere: description, bio, pinned comment, and then out loud in the actual video. And then the thing you have to do is you have to stop chasing the vanity metrics. Right? Yes, I told you at the beginning about my friends who pulled 340 views, but that turned into 3 recurring members in his school group. So it's not about the number of views, it's about who specifically those views come from. And I'm going to show you another example here. Let me go to my boy Evan. Where's my boy Evan? So here's Evan. He has 625 subscribers. Okay. I have almost 3 times the amount of subscribers that he does. But what he's got, just like I do, is he's got a school community. And he's got 262 members paying $25 a month. And if you see this little emoji here, it means he's making in the top 10% of earners on school. And so what that means is that I can show you, and again, this is the best thing about school. So he's making at least $3,000 a month. Now, what he's not making $3,000 a month from is views on his channel. Or $3,000 a month from is views on his channel. This one, only 308 views. This one, 1.2 thousand views, 703 views. And he doesn't have that many videos on his channel to begin with. This one had 27,000 views. This was his outlier video, right? But this one, 909 views. The dude is not making money. And he's only got 28 videos on his channel. And probably most of them are shorts, I would bet you. Let's see. Yeah, most of them are shorts. And he does actually do better on shorts because shorts take less time for people to consume. But most of his content is shorts. But what he's not doing, remember I told you about that threshold? He's not getting to 10 million views on these shorts in 90 days. So he's not even going to be monetized by the platform unless he has currently 4,000 watch hours. But he's got a school group and he's making over $3,000 a month with his school group. Right? Because he's got this little clover emoji. So he's making over $3,000 a month. But what he's not doing is he's not worried about how many views his videos get. He didn't care about that because that has nothing to do with how to make money. So again, you have to kill the vanity metrics. You have to not worry about that stuff. You need to focus on the things that matter. And the things that matter are who is watching the stuff. Are you reaching them at a point where they can solve the problem they want to solve by joining your community? Again, the room that you own, not the video content that you produce for a public media source. So reach isn't the scoreboard. That's not the goal. Build the room, point them to it, show them what's inside. And despite the fact that you think they're not going to join, they will. Because, again, 340 viewers, 3 paid members. 25,000 views, pennies from AdSense. And again, it's getting worse. So all I can tell you is that you better build the well before you need the water, because 4,000 watch hours is going to 8,000 very shortly, less than 6 months from now. And if you don't reach that threshold, and so a lot of people are trying to get to the 4,000 before it goes up to 8,000, and they still are probably not going to do it. So a much better way is stop relying on the platform. Actually build something, believe it or not, that you actually own. Because this is social media. It is a highway. It is a rented platform, just like you don't own the highways you travel on. The algorithm gets to decide who sees your stuff. And if not enough people see your stuff, you don't get enough views. If you don't get enough views, you don't get enough subscribers. If you don't do either one of those things, you don't make any money. Right? But the platform owns it. You don't. And there's endless content. If you go to YouTube right now, even going to his channel, if I just go to home on YouTube, I mean, how do I even know what to click on, right? How would I even know? And it's because it is a super information highway of clutter and distraction, right? It's clutter and distraction. That's all it is. So you can monetize a small audience. You don't need all that other stuff. So again, where are we here? Where'd it go? There it is, platform. And again, you're not seeing this on vertical, unfortunately. So what you want to do is you want to get them off of social media. You want to get them to the off ramp, and the off ramp is your school community. And if you want to start a school community, again, it's $9. It's $9 a month to run a business that accepts money, accepts members, creates recurring income. And it's not about a classroom that you feel with a bunch of videos. People want to spend time with you. That's what they want to do. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, my school community is available for you to check out. It is free for the first 7 days. After that, it's only $7 a month. You can cancel at any time. There's no long-term contracts, but I'm going to show you how to turn your content into monthly income without needing more subscribers and views, just like my friend did, right? And then if you want to know, does this guy really knows what he's talking about, or is he just, is he full of shit like everybody else online? And I get that. Believe me, I understand that. So let's just show you some proof, right? Because proof is what it's all about. Anybody can say anything. But the proof is I helped Cindy get to $3,000 a month MRR. That's monthly recurring revenue in 30 days. And she's like 40, I believe. I helped Ray get to $1,300 a month with school in the first 30 days. And actually, they both teach English as a second language, believe it or not. She has her community, he has his community, which also tells you that you don't have to be the first or the only to teach something. There's plenty of room on the platform for lots of different people. For example, look at the number of people doing AI, Claude Code. So that's AI, right? AI. What else? And these are all just to build AI agents, right? So there's tons of people and they're all making money. Not every community is making money, but over half the paid communities on school are making money. So all you need to do is find something that you're good at, you're interested in, and you want to help other people with it. That's all you have to do. Okay? So I'm going to get out of here, guys, because I need to get on the road back home from Philadelphia here. But hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of it. Check out some of my other videos on this channel and try out the school group. It's 7 days, it's free trial. Now, if you're not 40 and over, doesn't mean you can't join, doesn't mean I can't help you, just means that you may or may not relate to me. Because the 40 plus crowd, we don't want fancy videos, we don't want bullshit, we don't want people promising us $10,000 a month in 30 days. We don't want all that crap. We want legit, right? We want stuff that can be proven. We don't want stuff that can be claimed. And I know that. That's why I only really focus on the 40 and over crowd, because I am that. And you can do the same thing with a school group. All you have to do is be the person you're trying to attract, and then try to attract the ideal version of you. Or I'm sorry, try to attract who you used to be before you gained the knowledge, skill, or experience that you currently have. And that's all there is to it. Okay? All right, guys, we'll see you later. Take care. Have a great day.